It's good to be the king.
Pretty big matchup here. Top of NA against second place Southeast Asia. It's TSM against Execration to say and think about. Oh, there we go. First blood from the Night Stalker onto Shanks Mirana. And back up to top. Tino dead. Another one traded out for Whitemon's Eng, but yeah, Timado. They're feeling pretty good now. As it looks like TSM
they're gonna
going
glyph. Try to look for an angle.
Attempt onto Carlo. Rolling Thunder's there. Palos sidesteps in.
Palos.
You've got Ion Chill on this Pango, and he will slice down the Undying. But now the turnaround from Palos. Xmog, Torrent, it misses. The boat does land, but the raindrops buys a bit of time for Ari to pop his magic stick. Still dies. And Bryle, what's he got left? A shield crash and a swashbuckle. The arrow hits into Kasane. Short range one, so no stun really there. And Xmark on cooldown for 5 seconds. Palos attempts the blind torrent, but Kasane will be able to surge back towards his tower. Are they going to try and continue for this? There is another leap, and Kunkka just keeps on punching him. Kasane gets the drop on them with a vacuum, but the final touch from Shanks is there.
Things around because he's playing into Night Stalker. Ari.
Carlo, immediate centaur stomp off the back of the cookie. Rolling Thunder's good from Bryle with the kisses. Tino gets the roar down, and Shadow Fiend looks to open up onto Bryle. On the right-hand side, they get back onto the Snapfire with Carlo and Shanks. So 2 for 1.
He's going to hit a good timing on Drums of Slum. For people who don't know, it's decent ability. Ooh, Swashbuckle misses. I still think they're going to be able to get the kill here.
Looks like it. Bryle should have the bounce back in towards Beastmaster. Oh, he attempted the roar. Not fast enough in lifting the arms. Carlo, under the cover of invisibility, should be okay here, but ooh, there's a dust. Whitemon gives the reveal on the Undying, and they've just left him stranded. Arrow slides straight on past Bryle. While in the mid lane, a vacuum on Bob with the wall there. Now, X and Boat Kasane, Requiem thrown by Bob, trying to get the kill on this Darkseer, but now the kisses arrive, and Ari gets a double kill. Palos now the one all left alone. Down goes the Snapfire as Shanks makes the rotation across, but Night Stalker's in. Sees the Kunkka. Target acquired.
Can he toggle?
For it, gets the kill. Can't toggle through the damage. Shanks, he just jumps in. Slices into the Enchantress with a nice bit of Starstorm damage. And now the roar on Tomato, forcing him to pop his wand and run away. Limping out of the danger zone, Bryle and Tomato, they struck while they could and get some really big kills. Basically a tier 4 item. Oh, Tomato. Good silence. I don't know if that's going to stop the X-Boat. It's timed. Very simple setup for Palos there. Just trying to make sure they've got these protected areas. And Ari, he had an attempted cookie onto Palos, but in the end, this X-Mark arrow is going to zone him out of the fight until Bryle arrives. 3-man shield crash and the swashbuckle while Tomato's charging straight towards Shanks. Wall is dropped. Mirana's dead. The streak is taken. BKB up from the Kunkka and his boat thrown as well. But I don't know, Execration. They've got to turn and run from this one. Carlo's died to Bryle elsewhere. And a raw turnaround here, maybe with Tino and Palos, but they can't.
What?
They cannot armlet toggle through this damage. Execration trying to fight without their Shadow Fiend. They just throw away so much and give TSM a new lease on life.
And going into Pipe next. I love the Pipe because you're playing into Snapfire, Night Stalker with the Radiance, and they will get him.
Yeah, take him down.
Level 2 Mortimer's Kisses after he consumes a book. Let's see the damage.
Tomato. He's onto Shanks. Boat is there, trying to give a bit of cover. Requiem fears. Aegis grab. Bob has it in his hands. Turns and fights the Pango, who's stuck in place. Bryle in trouble. Shield crash over the high ground, but he's still dead. The projectiles from SF chase him. Kasane goes 1v1. Mano a mano with the SF takes him down, but that's first life gone. While Palos, armor toggle, gets away from him, but it's damage. He's still alive, but blasted down. The shotgun hits him. And Scatterblast will claim his life, but Execration's still running away with this fight. Ari's back in to protect Tomato, gobbles up a big old creep, but the Night Stalker's the one running away and hiding. They might still lose Ari here as well. Tino and Bob were giving chase, the zombies are following, and Ari is a scrape away from death, but Tomato's gonna cover him! Kill the zombies back towards Fountaindale Head. Yeah, I mean, the night is dark and full of terrors. And who's down bottom is Palos, this Kunkka with no BKB. Tries to TP, but the vacuum's there to cancel it out. And a huge kill for TSM.
Wraith Pack next to reduce the damage from both Kunkka and SF. Bryle going in.
No panic. Oh, the roll into Gobble Up. SF caught out. The kisses landing. Howit's raining fire down onto Bob. He had to BKB defensively yet again. And another opportunity for TSM. This ability just to chuck the Pango into the middle of the fight. Really executed beautifully. Cookie to try and save
Nice
Tomato, but look
Requiem.
at that Requiem. Huge from Bob, set up by the rest of his team, and a Roar on the Darkseer should follow through and kill off Kasane. Palos, who's he grabbed here? X-Mark to try and drag Ari back as the Snapfire and the Torrent clips Whitemon's Enchantress, cancels the TP. Palos pulling out all the stops to make sure they get 4 kills off the back of this fight. This is during nighttime. This is when TSM are meant to feel strong. They spend SFBKB, but still fight back.
Keep an eye on Beastmaster. Let's see.
Oh yeah, TSM want to fight again with another gobble up roll. Connects onto Tino, Kisses coming in, and a quick kill on the Beastmaster should secure them a takedown. The Glimmer Cape buys a bit of time, but Tomato's there with Broil to slice him down. Carlo trapped in the Roche pit now, and the little Shredder makes short work of him, while Bob, he BKB Requiems, TSM disengaging. Arrow will slide on by and a TP home. Bob says bye-bye.
This is a big kill. No BKB on Tomato.
And daytime just cracks as well. The sun rises, the Night Stalker falls. The sun sets on Tomato near those Ancients, and they're still charging forward here. Palos and Bob does get clipped by the Rolling Thunder. Input of shots landing, but Bob has BKB Soul Rip. Stands his ground, whacks back into Whitemon. An Execration, where's Palos heading? He wants another X-Mark, but TSM are on their high ground. Plenty of heals from the rest of his team. Greaves out of Mirana. Soul Rips from the Undying.
Oh, big
That's
one.
A good gobble up. Whew. But now Palos has the ability with this X-Mark, arrow, boat, and everything. Kitchen sink chucked at them. They get a nice wall, vacuum. Kisses launched in, but they just turn and fight them. They've broken the Darkseer. Nearly dead Kasane retreats back towards Fountain. Your Rax is still alive, and Tomato looks to defend them with his life. Arrow not going to connect because the BKB is there. Kills off Tino and chases down Carlo now, and Undying's gone. And Tomato comes out with a double kill as TSM hold their high ground. Palos has BKB TP.
Roshan.
He wants to use the BKB to fight, though. They know that Night Stalker has no defenses. They get the kill on him. The gobble up, the spit forward. They want to kill Bob, but Bob says, no, I'm too strong for you. Whitemon tries the TP home. Oh, can they get him? Not quite.
No. That was
He's
so
back.
close.
And they've already cracked this mid lane open a little bit. So Shadow Fiend, with all his attack speed and the double damage rune, they need that disarm quickly. And slow down the process of elimination on these barracks.
Long wrap around the backstab. Palos.
The vision. The Hawk. It sees them coming. He gets off his BKB. They gobble up the Rolling Thunder, but the jump away. Bob is out of there, and Ari's in trouble. In they go, though, with a vacuum and a wall, but the Roar in onto Broil. The Pango is stuck.
Shield crash.
Gets off his blast rig and the shield crash. So incredibly tanky. Execration realizing they couldn't finish him off because he was unkillable with...
Requiem still available. No BKBs on their side. Used all 3 of them, but looking with the Hex.
Oh, the Hex. Oh, Tomato. Oh, chain controlled up, and the damage is just relentless from Bob. Dead with no buyback now.
But as you said, this is going to be another set of barracks. They throw everything on top of him. Beastmaster Aura, Solar Crest as well.
As TSM have another 30-second wait for Night Stalker to respawn. They ping out on the right-hand
long
side.
30 seconds, Gary.
They see Kasane. They found the Darkseer with a Hawk, a Roar. They set it up to kill him. He's dead for a minute. Brawl and Whitemon trying to fight without the rest of their team, but they just can't get enough done. Ari wobbles back to Fountain. And TSM, not too much can be done now. As they shove back the Enchantress, hit her into the arrow. I think that was Beastmaster pushing with a Psychic Headband so the arrow would land. And Mega Creep's something that TSM have to face up against now.
Even deeper. So, sitting on top of Shadow Fiend. Tomato going in with the BKB.
Now let's see what he can do. He does pack a punch when he's able to hit, but unfortunately gets scythed up. He's a pig, and GG is called. They knew they didn't have much left in the tank. So Execration going to gather up their first victory here in this best of 2 up against TSM. Mirana buying a Dagon right at the end as well. Game 2 nearly ready for your viewing pleasure as we get back towards Execration versus TSM. Yeah, mosey his way back up there. Walks past the Abaddon Courier, realizing he can't kill it. Would have had to spend the shards, but he'd rather not. Well, down at bottom, Palos, very low HP. One more tap from the Kasane Beastmaster secures the kill. While back up top, the Visage, the Tusk are on top of Tomato. Bob has died in the mid lane to Bryle, but Tomato dies up top. 3 kills across 3 lanes. 3 cores dead.
Oh,
The
upheaval.
Upheaval! Oh! Nah, Shanks is fine. He's just going to walk away. But yeah, I think with upheaval, it's one of those things like Jakiro, Macropyre, and Radiance. There's that lingering half a second where the debuff stays on you. So you walk out and then you walk back in. It's like reapplying. As we do lose Carlo, Palos dead, Tomato up top, just action in every lane. They go back in on the Abaddon, and with this Tusk Visage lane, they're just crushing it. Tino grabbing his killing spree.
It's something that they ran before. It to great success, but in terms of the laning stage, you really can't do much. And now, like, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna use a Lucent Beam, but you're gonna get ran down, Wild Axes, get hit, die. This is 5 Dawnbreakers, so they might even go for him. Roar is available, but no creeps. So.
You're saying he's a position 5 Dawnbreaker. The poor carry, Lacosta's called him a support.
No.
Just
We're
level
not
5.
in that territory yet.
Yeah. We'll see how things progress. But Shanks up at top. Dived upon, but Snowball dodges the Remnant in. Oh, no, it's his teammate coming in. I'm stupid. They'll turn on Tomato and kill him. Shanks does trade his life for it. Well, Whitemon just TPs the hell away from there. And now thinking about moving into mid. Bryle has Armlet, so 800 health. Very tanky and with a Tumbler's Toy. Looking for a rune, but it spawned bottom. Solar Guardian in. Luna, Ember pairing up, and the trio gathering around that Huskar to get a big kill.
Tomato needs to run away. Also, Recovery Midas. This is going to be some really bad timing on Radiance.
He's still level 5.
No, not again.
He has no borrow time. Tomato just dead again. Whitemon, he throws the upheaval down. It's level 3 and...
Sanj, maybe even Heaven's Halberd as a second item to amplify the healing, be more tanky, get that status resistance going. But this time, he's not messing around. He wants to be able to pump out that damage, understands that the other lanes didn't go too well.
Rocks dropped on the Luna, but that Lucent Beam Eclipse clears out Ari. Shanks going to go for the TP home. Life break damage, they kill off Shanks. Meanwhile, Bob has killed Tomato. Ember Spirit,
it's hard to
along
keep the
with
track
Palos.
on what's going on every single lane. There is some kind of a kill happening.
I mean, it's very good against Ember as well. He walks into upheaval, and he can't really Remnant anymore. Remnant's become so slow. Snowball from Shanks, though, closes the gap on the Rubik. Familiars fly over. The Stolen Slight buys a little time for Ari. But in the end, his demise met with a slap from Execration as they look to invade the Ancients. Fortunately for TSM, they've cleared it out already, while Kasane is roaring and looking to solo kill Palos. Gets off the Starbreaker, but can't survive. The Helm is there with a big old troll creep. Now Bob is in again with a snowball. They back up straight onto the Beastmaster. And Kasane, surrounded, will die. Execration are doing a tremendous job chasing them around the map, making sure they don't have that breathing room. And no easy farming time. By Kasane down bottom, thinking he's got a safe route to push tier 1 bot. Gets caught out by 3 heroes.
Wow,
Luna
nice
Tusk,
hurricane.
snowball in, the rock is dropped, they kill the Tusk, Kasane still dies to the final bit of damage out of that Lucent Beam, but Carlo bonded up with Palos and Bob, and this Warlock with the upheaval. Oh, Whitemon, is he doing it? Hit into Bob, look for the damage. Palos barely scraping away with his life, but Brawl's coming from the northern side. The dive should arrive, and Palos TPing home. He's away from there.
So close. There is no Solar Guardian, so they're going to use this, go inside Roche, but Tino trying to maneuver. Maybe he gets like a last hit. Maybe they try to get a seal. Double damage is here. Carlo, well, he should pick it up, or at least Bryle.
Gets
He's
denied.
in.
The Golem's on him. Luna's dead. Shanks went forward with a snowball, but a life break from Bryle, and his BKB up means he is unstoppable. Now the lift. They've got control, but Bob jumps away. Remnants out of there. As Roshan stays at half HP, gets pinged out by Bryle again.
It's the TSM. Bryle will pick it up, and going into Aghanim Scepter straight away. Wants to be able, because they do lack a little bit of control, I would say, so you can lock down this Ember Spirit.
Hawk spots Shanks bottom. And they know Bob was coming, so this is a bait from TSM, putting Kasane in harm's way, trying to fight around the Beastmaster with the Roar and Brawl's arrival. They'll kill off the Tusk, and looks like Palos as well. Down they go, perfectly sprung trap from TSM.
There's still a tier 1 tower. They thought they could outnumber them with the Solar Guardian. Oh, he gets it. Bob gets the kill. Bryle will give him a tip for it. And now Execration, they do a trade. They kill the tier 2 tower. They take the outpost.
Oh, but Bryle is in on the Tusk. Aghanim Scepter going to work. He has to BKB, though. It looked like the Tusk might have been able to get a punch off or something there, but not able to get the job done. And now a roar onto Bob. Braille opens up. Solar Guardian saves. The heal comes onto Bob. He stands his ground. Sleight of fist. Kills off Braille. And now Kasane's in trouble. Fatal Bonds with the upheaval, though. Whitemon, he's standing there.
Oh, my God.
Ari trying to turn off the Tino. The Visage is falling. The Bonds. There's lines everywhere. Damage spread across every member of Execration, while Bob, he's out of there with his remnants.
You are playing into Rock. Same goes for Life Break as well. So... BKB
Braille?
still got... Oh, needs to be careful.
He does.
Let's see the
And
toggle.
Growth Bow. Bob, slight chains. Braille, does he have to just BKB here? Because the birds are coming. Inner fire, pushes them back. Snowball in, BKB up. Braille turns, life breaks in onto Palos. They've got the roar as well, and the Dawnbreaker dies. Braille stays alive, turns onto Tino, but he's turned to stone. The Gargoyle. He's healing himself up while Bob is trying to chip away at them with a sleight of fist. But a double kill for Whitemon comes with the Fatal Bonds, and TSM kill off 3 members of Execration. DD Rune is there, ready to be grabbed. It's pinged out by TSM. Braille facing off against Tino, squaring up on the Visage, but the Solar Guardian and the Chain disables. They've got the catch onto the Huskar, and they kill him. Snowball in now. He's going to find Whitemon, punched into oblivion. TSM, they wandered on very casually through the Ancients area, thinking they were in control,
respawn.
and Bob kills Kasane. 4 down, Abaddon the only one living, and Roche is up in 40 seconds. And TSM have the advantage of this Hawk, which Kasane is putting forward right next to that tier 2 tower. As Execration, they roar up the Dawnbreaker, but the Snowball save, the Golem dropped, Kasane on the run, healed up by Tomato, turn around with the Fatal Bonds, and the Aegis already claimed up. Braille fighting 1v1 on the Luna, but Carlo's winning that fight. The Luna nearly takes down Braille, but the Huskar can stand tall, shred into Tino now, and Execration, they've lost 4. Tomato was too hard a nut to crack.
Oh no, he got him as well.
And they got the Dawnbreaker with a life break taunt. 5 down, a wipe as TSM just clear the floor.
Fatal Bonds, they have no Dispel. There is nothing to keep them alive, so he gets the Fatal Bonds, he gets the upheaval.
He's got drums, he's got Inner Beast, the Golem is just destroying towers. Barracks are open now for a second lane as TSM eyes on winning game 2. Let's see what Bob and Tino can do. Frontlining now with Shank snowballing in. Trying to catch Tomato and Braille, but spreading damage across 2 targets is not ideal. And Execration will lose their Tusk. Now the life break in. Braille dives deep. Finds the Visage. Bob will chains him up, but Braille's so powerful. The Huskar just heals himself up. Now might die, though, as the Dawnbreaker has respawned. 1 lane of barracks stands between Execration and Mega Creeps, and Bob wants to keep it that way. Diving in onto the Beastmaster and Rubik. Ari and Kasane on the run now as TSM scatter to the wind. Execration need a little more, but they're not going to find it. Everybody else will TP home. Or Kasane, the creep! 1 range creep. Not like this. Screw you, range creep. Tries to lifesteal up, but Palos and Carlo will finally bring him to the floor. And upheaval is just, it's just a demilitarized zone. You're not allowed to do anything here. You know? Complete zone. Oh, whoa, the life break blink back. Tusk drags Braille in deep, but I don't know if they can fight him. Tino and Bob are trying, wearing out the BKB, the Walrus Punch, and maybe some chain stuns with the Solar Guardian onto Braille. The Golems drop, though, and the heals are there. But Huskar, with the backup of the Roar, he stands and fights. Satanic's up, and he's ready to go back in again. Visage caught out with a life break, and Execration just being pulled apart, hero by hero, as TSM stamp their mark on this game. You said Ags on Luna. Okay. Ion Cannon ready. Let's see if he can strike it into the hearts of TSM's lines here. Because they've got to defend their throne. Ancient's in trouble. Bird's getting picked off. Shanks is in, but Braille, he doesn't really care about a little Tusk coming in. Now they roar up Palos. The Solar Guardian, where is it? Let's wait for it to come as the Remnant is into the back. The Snowball, now the Guardian comes. Tino in trouble, though, as Tomato shreds through him. The double kill for the Abaddon and the dive into Fountain. Braille sets up for a kill on Palos, and that's got to be game now. Shanks is dead. The throne is about to explode, and TSM, they're going to tie things up 1-1 in this best of 2.